Hey, HighTechLegion.com. This is Skate and Eric here today to show you one of the newest offerings from Rosewill. This is the Rosewill FUTURE Mid-Tower. This is pretty much, Rosewill is known for their more budget cases. It's Newegg's house brand, and they offer some very nice cases that get out your essentials at excellent prices here, and this is another one of them. Now, if we take a look here at the front, what we get is the front panel here. As you can see, there are three 5 1/4 drive bays here. This top drive bay here is a convertible to a 3 1/2 inch for the card readers and hard drive dock bays and whatnot. This panel here is mesh, and it has the removable center to fit any 3 1/2 inch there. On the front here, in the inside, we have two 120mm intake fans. Power and reset buttons are built in right here to the front plastic. We have one USB 3.0 port, two USB 2.0 ports, and then our 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack. Now, taking a look at the side here, what we get is a nice big vent side panel here that does support expansion for another 220mm fans if necessary. This is held on with thumb screws on the back, and then easily just moves by sliding out here. Now, taking a close look at the interior here, we have an all black finish. For the 5 1/4 inch bays here, we have a tool-free design. These you just twist and slide into place, and basically they will lock your drives into place. It is a semi-tool-free hard drive bay, which you'll see in the installation video. What they have here are these little clips in the back here. You undo and then you pull the drive out. This is their bracket for 2 1/2 inch drives, which you can stack two in here, and then they have the 3 1/2 inch drive bays as well. Alright, now furthermore in the interior here, what we get is back CPU heatsink swap cutout. There is some cable management here as well. There's some hole cutouts with a little protrusion here to hide some of these cables underneath, and then this whole bottom section is cut out also. We get a bottom mount PSU, and there is a little grill here for ventilation, as well as a couple little mounts here to secure the PSU in place. They do have little screw holes here at the bottom to mount any extra 2 1/2 inch hard drives, SSDs, whatever, if you have more than what will fit in just the tray there. The back expansion bays here, we get a 120mm exhaust fan in the back, and then also 120mm top fan up here, with room here to expand for another 120mm. Looking at the rear here gives a better view of the PSU cutout here, the expansion bays also. Now, these expansion bays use that little, if you've seen it on some cases, not all of them have it, but you have to unscrew this little plate here that kind of holds down the little metal pieces that you also screw in on your expansion cards. So that's just kind of an extra step when you install cards. They have wired the USB 3.0 cable, which does have the USB 3.0 input for the back of your I/O, but also with the accessories, they've included a adapter that will adapt it to the new 3.0 pin header also. There are punch outs up here for water cooling hoses or extra cable routing, and then we have our motherboard I/O panel. And then a quick look at the top here. You can just see it's completely flat. Then they do have the mesh here with the 120mm fan underneath here with room to expand the second 120mm fan, or if you do have a water cooling system, radiator mounting. Now, the front panel here is clipped on the sides and will swing open to see underneath here, these are blue LED 120mm fans, but there's also the mesh on top here that is removable and cleanable. Now we also get a little box of accessories here. There are a couple of twist ties that are loosely put in here. We have some twist ties. We have the plug-in speaker, an extra plug-in for a 3-pin fan to Molex. We got our hard drive base screws. These will be necessary to mount hard drives in there, and they have a different kind of flat design, rounded flat head design. Our regular motherboard standoffs and screws. Now we got ODD base screws if needed. The bracket screws for the 3.5 to 2.5. And then this is that USB 3.0 adapter I was talking about before. This adapts the actual USB to the new pin header if you have a motherboard that supports it.